National Football League.
Representing the legendary Al Davis and the team's will to just win, baby. The torch is lit before every game inside of Allegiant Stadium as these fans hope it indeed drives their Raiders to victory in Vegas. Tonight, we're keeping it in the AFC West between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. Going to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Here's White on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And leading them out, you and I have both covered this guy, Brock, a veteran drafted back in 2013, coming off a career high in passing yards last season. It's Geno Smith.
Not been a whole lot of careers quite like Geno's. The miraculous second act of his career in 2022 is now old news. And I think it's because of a stubbornness, a stick-to-itiveness, and a competitiveness that few have.
A play fake. Now Smith to throw. And downfield, and Myers has it. An excellent game. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. They go play action. Here's Smith. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 20. That's another Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First and 10 now. Here's Smith. He'll get this to Tucker. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now first carry here for Ashton Genty. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Raiders getting their first shot inside the red zone. They've got 1st and 10 right along the 20. Back to Genty. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Another give here to Genty. Takes out a one-stop. And that's going to be an 8-yard gain, it looks like, as it puts them in goal to go.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down, just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Shotgun snap to Smith. He's got it. He has the touchdown. The Raiders finish up an excellent opening series. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Daniel Carlson on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Chargers, nothing.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They're led out by the 6th-year pro out of Oregon. Productive his entire career so far. You and I are both big fans of this guy, Justin Herbert.
Herbert's one of these rare quarterbacks that when he is on, he makes this game look effortless and easy. Part of it's his throwing motion that's crisp and clean with great power. And it's also an athleticism. He'll make you pay with his legs, too. Man, he is just a joy to watch.
They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. Makes a man miss. Oh, he's off. And he's out of bounds after pushing just past the 40. A big play, and that's him 17 yards. And the Chargers will have a first.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders side of the field. He gets him 9 on the ground. A good pickup and a second down.
It's a gain of 9.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Throwing on first is Herbert. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. Devin White makes the play. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the Raiders' offense. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
First down, Smith to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for Raiders first.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And they were ready for this one. No running room at all. He's taken down behind the line.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Kate. It could be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. Because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
Off the plate fake, he'll throw. Chargers bringing the pressure, and they got him! And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Out of the gun, here's Smith. He lofts it deep left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
We know in this league you can't start every game with scoring drives, but I think that's a clear picture of why you don't keep this drive sustained. Got to execute on the most important down, and that's third down.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. So the LA offense getting out there for their second drive. Their last series sure was looking like points up until that interception, Brock. Hopefully they can move the ball similarly well as they take over here. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Harris. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Herbert from the gun. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And he's going to score on the pick six. Touchdown, Las Vegas. So now it's 13-zip, Brock, and they've got to be even happier knowing that multiple phases of their game contributing to this lead early on.
I'm going to guess the defense probably not going to keep up with the offensive scoring touchdown for touchdown, but you can't script a better start.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Raiders drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
14. Chargers, nothing.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. There is Davis to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick six. Need short memories here as they head back out. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. Jukes one defender. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Throwing the out route complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Downfield, and he has McConkey. And he's got them quite the gain here, partner, as he finally is brought to a stop.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Chargers.
Gosh, that is so demoralizing defensively. You do everything right, you draw it up right, you got double coverage, and yet you still can't take the ball away.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. From the gun, they go with Harris. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Evan White hauls him down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
From the 25 on 2nd down. On the screen, this is Harris. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. That one's good to McConkey. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal. Trying to run in, Harris. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the 1st. And that's going to do it for our 1st quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Our score, 14-0. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Chargers ball as we get back for the 2nd, and they are thinking points. On the play fake, it's Herbert. He brings it in. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Chargers make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. Justin Herbert with the touchdown.
Okay, we talked to enough coaches over the years, and find me a good red zone offense, and typically you'll find me a good creative quarterback, one that can extend a play, use his legs as effectively as he can his arm.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Chargers 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's White on the return. Juke the defender. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Smith. He takes it himself. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
A gain of 15 yards. That's good for a Las Vegas first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. First give of the game here to Raheem Mostert. And he's brought down by a collective effort there, only 1 yard on the carry.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
From the 47. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now Smith. Oh, he's going to run for it. And Smith wisely slides down safely with enough to move those chains.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Smith on first down. Short pass brought in. And he gets a small chunk there before he's touched down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Genty from the gun. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. They find 7 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
That's another Raiders first down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you foul it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Smith. And this will be a Las Vegas touchdown. The Raiders take a 13-point lead. Brock Bowers the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Carlson now to add one more. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders double their lead to 14.
21. Chargers 7.
Carlson, all set now for the kickoff.
For Las Vegas.
He fields it from the 8. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And the touchdowns got to keep coming for them as they still trail here. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. A pitch out to Harris. He'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffle around here in the playbook. On a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Hampton. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. To the right and pulled in by McConkey. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Chargers 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Jukes his way into the clear. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Putting the tight end in motion. 2nd and 4. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route. But if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here's Herbert. That's caught for the 1st. And he's taken down at the 30. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. First and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. It's Herbert once more. He's got time here. He tucks it and takes off. And Herbert slides to a stop with enough on that play to move those chains.
A gain of 12.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
First and 10 give to Harris. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. It's the Chargers, lined up with a 2nd and 8. Herbert back to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And this is down all the way to the 3. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Harris will not get past the line. He's held up at 4.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. They send a man in motion. Now Herbert to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Now from back at the 7. Here's 3rd and goal. Herbert from the gun. And this is going to be an LA touchdown. The Chargers make it a 1-score game before halftime. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chargers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Chargers 14.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's White on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Raiders headed out on offense. Little time remaining in the half. They're up by 7. We'll see if they choose to just rest on that going into halftime. First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun snap to Smith. Hits him on the end route. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Gets this one to Myers. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Throwing from the gun. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve, complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
49-yard line.
Second and 3 now. And again, it's Smith. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a Vegas first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. Carlson all set now for the kickoff.
The kickoff for the Raiders.
On the return, here comes Davis. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Here come the Chargers for their first drive of the second half. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10. On the pistol, it's Herbert. Connects on the crosser. And he will be stopped now, but a lot to like about that effort.
Complete to number 1, Quentin Johnston. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Chargers.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Herbert, quick out wide, complete. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it brings up an LA first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Herbert now off the play fake. Brought in by Ganson. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Second down now, 7 to go. Herbert throwing again. This one falls incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
No connection on the last play, and out third down. Motioning the tight end now. On third down, Herbert has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Shotgun give to Hampton. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line for second down. The play fake. Now Herbert to throw. That's caught. Keenan Allen. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They give to Harris from the gun. And the power play up the gun only results in 2 yards.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. Brings up second down.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the 16. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5. Right up next to that line of gain.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
3rd and just 2 to go. They'll try to run it with Harris. And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed one, but they're going to lose one on that play. It's 4th down.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat. But the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the field goal team stays sidelined. They're going to go for this. Here's Harris. Takes out a one-stop. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
Stop short of the goal line. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Harris will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
You know how we hear about teams that quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud quarterback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. Play action now for Herbert. Finds his fullback. Touchdown, L.A. The Chargers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers tie this game at 21. All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's White on the return. Showing a little burst so far. All right, so they're going to take over at the 39. Nice effort there. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner. So some added importance on this series. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Jency. And he's taken down with some quality yardage on that play.
It's a gain of 18. And a Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Okay, to run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. Complete. It's Myers. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That's another Las Vegas first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Smith. He gets this to Michael Mayer. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Shotgun give here to Jency. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Smith to the air now. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
1st and goal, they're going option. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the Booth Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
2nd and goal coming up from the 7. Smith has it down close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Just 3 yards between them and a touchdown. It's 3rd and goal. Smith in the pistol. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders grab the lead on their first series of the half. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7.
Chargers 21.
As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break, as we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chargers and Najee Harris making their return to the field. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
This is Harris on 2nd down. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. The Chargers have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. The Raiders go a nickel on this 3rd down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Jukes one defender. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Raiders have their offense back out there. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. Got a man. It's Mayer. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. And off to Genty. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
1st down, ball at the 36. Another give here to Genty. That played good for, looks like about 6. 2nd down upcoming.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. They go play action. Here's Smith. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he will get it down to the 16-yard line.
A gain of 41 yards on the play. That's good for a Las Vegas. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Catch is made in close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Here's Genty. And the defense holds him at the 2, Brock. He can't get beyond the line. Still a couple yards short of that end zone. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, 2nd and goal. And instead of pushing for the line, look at that. He's pushed backwards to the 5.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Pressure comes. Smith. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line. You feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
All right, get that popcorn ready. It's 4th and goal late. Needs the goal line. He takes it himself. And he bowls through the defense for a touchdown. The Raiders go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Geno Smith with a touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders double their lead to 14. Carlson all set now for the kickoff.
The kickoff for the Raiders.
Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Going on first is Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's second down.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything, and they just did.
They're going to throw it on third and long. Setting up the running back screen. And progress finally halted after he picks up a chunk.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
First and 10 from the 41. On the play fake, it's Herbert. As a man, it's Tyler Conklin. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week. During practice, the both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Now Herbert again. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Running it with Hampton. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Herbert from the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Chargers will have a first.
I tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
First and 10. Here's Herbert. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground. Couldn't make the connection, was looking for Ladd McConkey. So it'll be second down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Man in motion here. Second and 10 now, Herbert. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
So now here's third and 5. Herbert to throw once more. That one's good to McConkey. And he'll go down here at the 16. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it brings up an LA first down.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without route.
And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers now within one score in the fourth. Ladd McConkey with a touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
crucial moment of the game here as the Chargers try for two.
The Chargers will line up for the two.
It's Herbert once more. And the pass succeeds. A little momentum builder as they try to dig into this deficit.
Chargers 29.
Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for two. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
Here's White on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Raiders back on offense, led out by Geno Smith. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Smith to the air now. Gets it to him on the screen. Jukes him, and now he's running free. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Giving this to Genty. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Raiders leading by 6. 1st and 10 from the 41. Back to Genty. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on 1st down. Running it after the penalty. Trying to fight free, he can't do so. They've got him behind the line. Now let's see, Brock, if they call their final timeout.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd down at the 44-yard line.
Second down now, 7 to go. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go.
Brings up 3rd down.
Got to figure out this 3rd down here. To throw. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. And the Chargers have some new life in the 4th.
I'm not going to lie, when he dropped back to pass, I was surprised they were willing to put it in the air. But how about this defense? They weren't surprised. defense a chance to go win it.
The Chargers and wide receiver Lad McConkey set for another drive. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Dumped off to his running back. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
The time is there, but the timeouts are not. You've got to be smart. It's 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, it just couldn't quite hang on.
He'll look to throw it. On the screen, this is Harris. He's dropped a big stop in a big moment there, Brock. They could not afford to lose yards there.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Throwing now. He just keeps fighting McConkey. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10, Herbert. He has it at the 5. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Herbert throwing again. Has it in close. And he gets it. It's a touchdown. What a moment. They can likely win it on the extra point now. A 2nd touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separation to the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
This to take the lead in the final seconds. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Now the kick team out to steal away the lead with a point after. And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game.
36, Raiders 35.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And this is going to be a touchback, Brock, so we'll see what they decide to do with the final seconds they've got left here.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Completed to his running back. And he's brought down after a short gain. Now a timeout, and there may be time for 2 plays here, Brock, but a quick short one does them no good. They got to go for broke here.
At the 37-yard line.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the gun, Smith. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. And with 4 seconds remaining, they're going to take a timeout.
14 yards on the play. And a Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Here he goes, one final shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Chargers take this one on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Chargers as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.